Hi, my name's Gav and welcome to the channel. Look, learning to Parawing can feel like a puzzle. There's so many moving parts and it's tough to know where to start. In this video, I'm going to give you the step-by-step process that worked for me so that you can shortcut the trial and error. And if there's a section that you'd like me to really unpack in detail, well, let me know in the comments. And if enough of you agree, well, I'll make a full deep dive video on that topic. So before we get started, I just want to remind you that the sole purpose of this channel is to raise money for Bear Cottage. By liking and subscribing, you really help me out. So if you could do that, it would be much appreciated. All right, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so your very first session should be on land. This is the foundation of everything in Parawinging. 2 or 3 solid beach sessions will save you hours of frustration later. Just find a quiet, open stretch of beach, no trees, no people, steady wind, and rig up and fly the wing. Think of it like learning to drive. You don't start on the freeway, you start in the car park, and that's exactly what we're going to do with a Parawinging. Okay, so choosing the right board and foil. Look, I've done a full video breaking down the boards and foils, so I'll leave a link here. On to the next. This is where so many beginners go wrong. They're just too eager, and it's completely understandable. If the wind's too light, the wing simply won't fly and you'll just waste your session. If it's nuking, well, you'll be totally overpowered, fighting the wing instead of learning. The golden bracket for learning with a 4-meter wing is around that 15 to 20 knots. That's where I've seen the best progression for myself and indeed in others. Of course, once you're more experienced, you can step outside of that range, but whilst you're learning, I would recommend you stay in that sweet spot. Here's a big one. Don't walk out into the surf with your wing flying above your head like a kite. It's just chaos. Instead, pack it away in a stash belt and paddle out to a safe, steady wind area and then launch. Think of it like hanging out the washing. Hold the bar so that the top is facing skywards and give it a shake. Let all of the leading edge fill with wind. If it's wet, shake it properly. You'll be amazed at how much difference water droplets make to relaunching. One key mistake I see is people blocking the wind with their own body. Always hold it high and clear. Let the breeze fill it, and just like that, you'll be up and flying. The key here is to start in the straddling position with legs either side of the board, and then swing your legs back into a kneeling position. Then rotate the board so it's 90 degrees to the wind. That angle is critical. If you're too far downwind, you'll wobble and lose stability. I like to place one hand near the nose and plant a foot beside it, and then drive up to standing. Now, the trick to popping onto foil is to ease slightly downwind. Feel the wing load up and then give it a couple of tugs combined with this bouncing technique. It's all about timing. When you nail it, the board just releases cleanly. Gybing with a wing is all about positioning. Keep it tilting on the edge of stool just in front of you. The common mistake, well, is outrunning it. It's letting the wing drift upwind and you turning inside it. Once that happens, you're done. As you start your turn, deliberately let the wing drift forwards, almost like you're stalling it. Not too much or it will collapse, but just enough to keep it inside of you. It's a balancing act. Power, steering, and carving all at once. And yes, you can practice this on the beach before you even get on the water. Okay, so there are 2 main ways of doing this. The first is the frontline stow. And the way to do this is turn downwind as if you were going to jibe. And as soon as the wing loses pressure, well, slide your hands up the A-lines whilst pulling back on the bar. It's a double movement. From there, you either hold it or tuck the tail in to avoid any tangles. This is perfect for shorter downwind glides. The second technique is the full pack away. You stall the wing and grab the sea lines and pull all the way to the canopy. You then tuck the bar under your arm, concertina the leading edge, and then roll it, stash it clean. And then lastly, we'll talk about relaunching. Now this should be easy if you've packed it away well. The mistake I see people doing is throwing it out in front of you. Instead, just let it dangle, and whilst you continue drifting downwind, once it starts to unfold, gently start edging back into the eye of the wind, and the wing will spring into life. Easy as that. And that's a wrap in 5 minutes. Of course, it takes longer than one video to really master this, but these steps will definitely give you a roadmap to progress without the frustration. Like with always, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until then, I'll see you on the water again soon.